you have to be humble. You have to keep your attitude aside. First thing is respect your seniors. That is what we expect in MOL. So taking risk is a part of sailing. You cannot. It is the ship leaving a port. Is the ship is taking risk, but it's a controlled risk. Lots of parties are into it, so everybody knows what we are getting into. My God, it starts from 1997. I joined C. I mean, I had no idea what I'm getting into. Just through someone, I got to know that there is some opening in 5-star shipping, and I just went for the interview, and I got selected. And actually, I did my graduation and then I joined shipping. So I was actually going to join college after my graduation. So I cleared my entrance exam, CDAC, and I was all set to go to college. But then suddenly there was a diversion, and I just joined shipping, And from there on till 2001, I was a cadet. 2001, I gave my exams. Then I sailed as a junior officer in an Indian company, 5-star shipping. And then from there on, I quit MOL. I quit 5-star shipping, and then I joined MOL as a junior officer. And then there on, I kept climbing up the ranks, giving my competency exams. And then finally, now I'm over here, still sailing. Somewhere in between, for 2-3 brief years, I was a training superintendent, and I was here in Manet campus also. We had our own training center, MOL training center, and I learned a lot over here. And then now I'm basically I am taking new deliveries of these dual fuel ships in MOL, and I am going to be into inspection team of MOL very soon. So that is what I am right now.
So, sir, apart from academic excellence, what else personal qualities does MOL look for in their cadets?
See, MOL is working on the Japanese principle. So what we are looking in a cadet is, first thing, you have to respect your seniors. I mean, academically, you're good in your studies, everything, that's fine. But first thing what MOL looks at in a cadet is to respect your seniors first. Second is discipline. Outright, I mean, there is no, first, the discipline I'm talking about in terms of housekeeping and personal hygiene. Yeah, these two things. Housekeeping in the sense, you have to keep your cabins, you have to keep your workspace spick and span, because that defines your character and your personality. Yeah, and of course you are going to study. I mean, there's no way out. You have to study and you have to climb the ranks. So that will happen eventually, but you have to be humble. You have to keep your attitude aside. First thing is respect your seniors. That is what we expect in MOL. Rest all will come. It will happen eventually. But this first two things is your housekeeping and your respect to seniors and the discipline on board. That is all we are looking at.
There is a very big misconception among seafarers. They believe being a risk taker is more potential and beneficial for them instead of being a safer seafarer. So what are your thoughts on that?
See, being a safe seafarer is taking a calculated risk. You are going out at sea, you are taking a risk. That's why we have got risk assessments. That's why you have got your pre-job meetings. You have to find out how risky the job is. You have to put control measures in place. Yeah. And if the job is still, it is going into red, you know this risk assessment, that matrix, risk matrix, yeah, they must be teaching you, right?
Yes.
So if it is in yellow and green, well and good. But if the job is going in red, Of course, you cannot take up. You have to give additional. You have to put in additional control measures to make the risk within that, so that you can carry out the job. So taking risk is a part of sailing. You cannot. It is the ship leaving a port. The ship is taking risk, but it's a controlled risk. Lots of parties are into it, so everybody knows what we are getting into. Otherwise, the cargo will not be delivered from point A to B if risks are not taken. Yeah. So as a cadet, when you are joining sea, you are taking a risk, but it's a calculated risk. Yeah, and nothing is going to go wrong because today the technology is such that you don't have to worry. You have to take risk and leave rest to the management and to the senior officers. They'll do their part. Yeah.
And sir, one last question. What advice will you give for the cadets who are sitting for the upcoming MOL interviews?
Oh, MOL interviews. Depends who is taking your interview, but I've been taking interviews, but that was a long time back. I don't know what is the trend now. What I would be truthful in your answers. Yeah, you don't have to pretend to be a better cadet for MOL. You have to say what you really want to say and not try to pretend that just tell the interviewer that what you really are. Basically, it is all about being yourself when you're sitting for an interview. Yeah? Don't try to show off, or it's not going to be in your favor. So just be yourself when you're going for the interview. See, when it comes to the knowledge part, I can't help you with that because it is up to you to prepare for your interview. But be positive in your interview, and your body language speaks a lot. So just try to ensure that you are at ease, positive, and answer truthfully. That is all. Because Japanese values are such that they don't know how to lie. That is what I've experienced in the Japanese culture. They have got no clue how to lie. It's not there in their culture. So just keep that in mind when you're giving an interview with a MOL interviewer. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. It was a great privilege taking your interview.
Yeah, same here. Thank you.